Guys, I came on the screen looking crazy because I know that I will forever be making up excuses as to why I'm not doing the things I want to do. I said I want to record for YouTube. Let's record for YouTube. And it's like, cool. Now I have this information. What the fuck do you want me to do about it? How many people actually know what they want to do with their life? Because nothing I do seems to feel right. One day I'm trying to do content creation, the next day I'm trying to get a job because I'm telling myself that's quick cash. Then the next day I'm laying in bed because I no longer feel how I did yesterday. And deep down, I don't want to work for anybody because that generally seems like a nightmare. Why? Mainly because of the whole leaving my house thing. But when I leave my house, I feel great. So what are we really running from? I can't wait to get out of this country and start a life somewhere else. But you got no money, honey. So where are you going to go? Start what new life when you're just going to bring this life with you on to the next? Do you get it? So I've been contemplating and thinking. I know there's some things I like I like doing art. I love the idea of being a fashion designer, but then obviously I think about it too long and then I can think of a million reasons why that's not really my vibe anymore. And then that gets me to the point where I start thinking, is it ADHD or is it spiritual warfare? Like, am I fighting a spiritual issue that medication would never be able to solve anyways? You know what I mean? Because I was just watching this TikTok and this guy was talking about how ADHD is one of those things where it's like you'll basically be living with long-term depression. Like, you're never going to truly be happy to the extent, because at the end of the day, I see that. I can see myself crying on the beach. I can see myself pissed off on the beach. I can see myself upset knowing that I'm still going to be somewhat this version of myself even when I go back home. I know I could be this version of myself even if I get to spend a whole year in China in one of the nicest flipping hotels, places ever. Do you know what I mean? And just kind of gets me thinking, like, genuinely, what am I doing with my life? Genuinely, what am I doing? And it's also in a point, it's just like, I don't need to be doing anything with my life. Do you know what I mean? To an extent, like, I don't need to be doing anything, but I have a lot of, I guess, when you go on social media, you see what everybody else is doing, and they're doing something. Okay, cool. So now the shadows are talking to me. Guys, it's not all right here, but I don't know why the screen always looks so bloody oily. Can you focus on me? Guys, I came on the screen looking crazy because I know that I will forever be making up excuses as to why I'm not doing the things I want to do. I said I want to record for YouTube. Let's record for YouTube. Do I look crazy? Yes. Am I going to continue to look crazy? Probably not, because this version of me is temporary. When I get some braids in or put some weave in or do something with my hair, I look tea, honey. When you see them two fingers touching. But yeah, honestly, I don't know. I'm in a slump. I'm in a bit of a questionable state. I'm not really sure how much of this is within my control when they say the whole life is in your control. But then there's certain things just like, I wouldn't ask for this, and you got to dig deep into your subconscious. Like, do you feel you ended up here because of your childhood, things that you were told or things that you did, that you got and didn't get, that made you this person now? Like, if your parents never listened to you, now that's why you feel like it's a burden to take care of yourself because you were made to feel like being brought up was a burden. It's like, cool. Now I have this information. What the fuck do you want me to do about it? Like, and I've already grown so much. Like, I've already done more than I thought would have ever been possible for me. When I first came to this house 3 years ago, you couldn't get me to shift for shit. I didn't want to do nothing, especially when it came to maintaining, contributing in any way. I'm talking about like cleaning my room or washing up some dishes. Like, now I'm the most selfless version of me I've ever been. Like, my dad today was having a time of his life. I didn't complain about nothing. I washed up dishes and I cleaned up after him like he was my child. And I know to a lot of you are going to be like, oh, that's standard, that's just what you do when you care about people. But how much it took me to get to this point is insane. So it makes me think, how much will it take to me to get to the point where I believe I want to be? Like, I already feel like I've sacrificed so much. Like, I've already done so much. Like, me just getting out of bed more often than I usually have is like, and it is a tremendous like change in scale for me. Like, I'm generally someone who would have stayed in bed for hours and hours. Yes, you can say it was the czar, but nowadays if I smoke some czar, I'm gonna be up and active. So it's always a state of mind. That's whenever people try cuss marijuana, I'm just like, get out the way, Scooby. Get out the way, Scooby, and your dumbass snacks, yeah? Because you don't know nothing about the lifestyle. It's like, it's all up here. If you're already lazy, slow, and don't want to do anything, don't expect the blunt to kick you into action. And if you're an active person and you like getting shit done, smoking gives you that extra layer of go, push, oomph that you need. And I say all this to say, it's just like, I don't know, like, I honestly, I don't know. Like, guys, at the end of the day, I just don't know. Like, I say a lot of things to say, but I just don't know. I'm as clueless as a bloody goat, and I don't even know, it's fear. Maybe it's fear, but like apprehensiveness to certain things. Like, I don't want to say anything, but I can't get over the way I look while I'm looking past the camera trying to do my hair. Never again will I record like that. Never again. I feel like going on a run will be very freeing to me, but then my mind simply goes, okay, where am I going to run to? I mean, that's the ego. The ego likes to keep you safe. So when the ego is trying to keep you safe, it's going to keep you in the same realm of things you've been doing. Guys, I will not lie to you. No word of a lie. I can't get that song out of my head, yeah? But I've been laying in bed for years. Not literally, but this is usually what I do. For the past year and a half, this is basically what I've been doing. So obviously, if I want to go on a run, my brain's going to tell me a million fucking things. Like, I ain't seen people running. They just run. Just run. Just get up, get out and run. Just start running. But I'm afraid that if I run, I may never come back. But why are you lying? Because of course you're going to come back. So what am I really doing? Like, guys, you literally see me fighting myself right now. This is me having inner dialogue with myself. Like I'm exhausted. Like, just after that conversation, I'm gonna sleep good. Like, I can't win right now. Oof. And then I'm thinking, oh, let's wait till we go back home to start running. And then I'm thinking, well, am I gonna put something in the future that may never come? I'm not saying that I'm not gonna get what I want, but just in terms of like, we don't really know how things are gonna end up. Like, genuinely, I see myself as one of those people that probably won't make it very far in terms of like, my mental health will probably take me out before I do, whether I end up on one lonely walk somewhere and get run over by a car, or whether the pressure just gets too much and I do something to myself, literally. Do you know what I mean? Something like that in that sense. And that's a bit of a, for some people that's kind of a haunting feeling, but it gives me a little bit of peace knowing that I all know that our time will come. Like, eventually our time comes for all of us, and it kind of gives me a bit of peace, which knows that like my time will come eventually, and I kind of just got to put up with life until then, because realistically it would need for me to be a little bit more unstable for me to get to that point, which I'm a little bit grateful about. But trust me, I've been there. Do you know what I mean? I've been there. I've been to the self-hating part of myself that just sets me off. And yeah, but I don't know, guys. Sophia, I don't know. Sophia, do you know? Sophia doesn't know jack about shit. And the most interesting take that I've been faced with recently that's really been getting to me, that's like genuinely been getting to me, is grind culture. Hearing grind culture from someone who's been unemployed for almost a year and a half now is actually ridiculous. Like, when I'm sitting here on TikTok watching people talking about some, all my friends, when they say they're gonna do something, they get it done in 3 months. I'm thinking, I don't even know what the fuck I want to do with myself for 3 months. I ain't got an example of a single person in my life that's ever said they're gonna do something and get that shit done in a timely manner. Genuinely, not a single person in none of my people, them, like, none of that. And that's why I just had to step back, because it's like, I ain't getting no good examples from the people around me. So why am I going to be around you? The only reason why I'm living here with my dad is because I love him here. He's my father. He's my dad. What can I do without him? But don't like, guys, if like, honestly, then I get to the whole part of, oh, maybe you should future plan. Don't just think short term. Think about how you're going to build wealth in the next 5 fucking years. And be the change you want to see in the world. Bitch, I've got this organized thinking on a chemical level. Me can't do not here without guidance, yeah? And I'm guided by Tweedledum and D. Nah, next. Can I even think that far ahead? Do I even want to be here in the next 5 years? And then people say you have to add meaning for life to make life meaningful. And I'm just like, what the fuck am I adding? No, seriously, what the fuck am I adding? Because I want to be a fashion designer. I love making clothes. I love looking pretty. I love feeling like that girl. But what is it gonna take for me to get to do all those things? No, genuinely. And then a part of me has been told that you just need to lock out your ego, lock out your mind, and just do the things that, like, when you get the idea, just get up and do it. But then it's like, I get ideas, let's go on a holiday. Do I have holiday money though? So it's like, where do you draw the line between what you're actually trying to do and what the universe is? Do you know what I mean? Like, cool, I would happily get on a holiday, but what am I gonna, how am I gonna get to the, it's not even like okay, cool, we'll figure it out when we get to the airport, all them things there. It's like, how am I even gonna pay for the bus? And when I get on the bus, do you get what I mean? Then how are we gonna get on the train? And it's like, sorry, but I'm not gonna bump train just to you know, just so I can be outside, just so I can be outside. And maybe I should, but I just can't bring myself to do that. And it just gets deeper. It's just like, does this shit get any easier? Does it get any easier at any point? And it's like, the answer's probably no. Because the easiest days are gone, girl. Because I had a spiritual awakening of, I've always been waking up spiritually. I believe that I've been awake since I was about 12, maybe about 10ish, 12, but ever since then I get new experiences that kind of open up a new ripple effect or a new frequency. Like recently I was talking to this girl, and I'm not even trying to get into it too tough. Let's just say that shit just wasn't working out, period. Okay, no matter how you look at it, it just wasn't working out. And if I start to justify things, then I start saying them to you guys are gonna be like, wow, the things that you've allowed. Do you get it? So let's not even get into the things that I've allowed. But it's just that made me so aware of something within myself. Bear in mind, for some reason, whenever this is so weird, something about this girl makes me want to stop smoking, mainly because it's the pressure. The people pleaser in me was thinking, oh, I can't be doing this and this because she doesn't like that, and I hate conflict, so I'll do almost anything to get someone to shut the fuck up. Do you get what I mean? Shut the fuck up. And then at some point I realized that I was getting anxiety over it because I wanted a spliff, and I also felt like I had to keep accountable to somebody. And it's like, at one point I convinced myself that I was doing it for me, but it was within the aid of their presence that was helping me. But then I got this anxiety one day because I did something. I smoked, never told them about it. And I'm the kind of person that has like radical honesty, which is now I'm starting to think is false. I don't think it's radical honesty. I think it's self-sabotage. I've done this before. I remember when I was applying to be a nanny and I told them I had a caution on my record. I got my DBS the other week. There ain't no fucking caution on my record. So I stopped myself from getting a nanny job, all because subconsciously when I wanted a job. So the same way that I had tied some sort of identity to her because I want something about me thinking that the standards that she was holding me to was the standards I wanted to be held to. It's like a mistake of your life. If you're not creating the standard, you're not living your life. Like, at some point I realized I wasn't living my life for me, and I was like, nah, I gotta go. And then I had to cut because when something doesn't align with me, I'll dip. I'll literally just dip, because why am I staying? And then there's people out there that just die for explanation. Fuck off. Time forgetting that there's so many more levels than to just what a good person wants for you. The same way your parents probably want the best for you, but then they're gonna tell you some fucked up shit and probably cause half of your trauma. Do you get it? That's what happens when you put people on a pedestal. That's what happens when you put people on a pedestal. They fuck you up, okay? They make you look stupid and you feel dumb, okay? I think the moral of my story was, see, I've got a bunch of titles here and I just, guys, like, I've got a brain of a fucking, you put a rock in a bottle and shake it around. That's what I've got going on here, because how have I already forgotten what I was saying? I tied a lot of myself to identity, and then, oh yes, I awakened a new level of consciousness. She made it back, girl, full circle. A new level of consciousness where it's like, I don't know if it was the sobriety. I believe that it was partly sober, but partly also the connections and the mirrors that people reflect onto you. But I became innately aware of this feeling within my chest that I now call my inner compass to an extent. Has it calmed down since then? It has calmed down in the sense that it's not on the tip of my chest anymore. It's not here affecting my breathing. Like, I'm telling you, a couple weeks ago, I genuinely thought I was gonna die. Genuinely, because my depression had to swung back around again. Since the sun popped out a couple of days ago, I have been a little bit better. But genuinely, I felt as though I was on the verge of breaking in a way that, like, you can't heal that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, when you're on the edge, it's like I felt as though I'd reached a tipping point. I was basically at the point where once you see something, you can't unsee it. So I was made aware of feelings that I didn't know that I could feel or observe in that way. I think it was partly, yes, me being sober, but also partly the mirroring of the relationship that I was having. I'm going to go on later to say it was love, but it was love for myself. I finally found love for myself. That's what it was. Like, I found love for myself because now no one can chat to me. Literally, if you breathe on me, I'm probably gonna punch you in the face because you're impeding on my isolation. And that was terrifying for me. And in a lot of ways, I do believe it was love to an extent, but it wasn't love under the right conditions. And because it wasn't, it was killing me. It was genuinely killing me. Probably attachment, more likely trauma bonding, because if I told you the details of how things really came together, you're looking at me and you're going to be like, girl. And some people can also vouch and be like, girl, you went back again. And then you would think, and I would think to myself, oh yeah, I did. Like, when you explain things out loud and I thought you were done the first time, and then I'm like, bitch, I was done the first time, 4 months done. And then I had a strange feeling, a thought popped into my head, and I should have taken that as a reason to kind of fully shake it off. The universe generally had different plans. It was all good, and then it went left. But then I could really think to myself, what part of it was good? Because it seemed like you hated every fucking moment. But hey, I learned a lesson at the cost of my feelings and other people's feelings, which makes me feel like I'm a villain, but I'm gonna be a villain in someone's story, so why not better each other in the end, right? At least that's what I'll be telling myself until I die. Cool, they come up again, like you're always gonna remember them in a type of way, but my lonely ass took it a little too far. I genuinely just wanted to say hey, turned into a whole thing, and boom, it just was no longer the vibe. Sorry, that copper straw made that water taste so funny. Ugh. But apparently copper water is like alkaline, so it's like cancer free and all that. I don't know. I'm having a hard time adulting, figuring my shit out. I don't know how you guys do it. If you guys know what you're doing with your life and you have a plan and you stick to it, that's great. But for me, if it seems like no matter how many videos I watch, no matter how many self-help, no matter how many manifesting, no matter how many this and this I watch, it never seems to stick. I never seem to feel anything strongly enough that makes me want to, go towards that. And then part of me thinks it's got to be a bit of the ADHD, the whole dysphonia thing. I'll put it on the screen if I flip and remember. And the guy was talking about how it's 10 spells of low mood. And cool, I hear that, but I'm not someone who can accept that, because everything I do runs on feeling. Based on how I feel is how I show up. If I don't feel good enough to get out of bed, I can't get out of bed. No matter how much you tell me this workout's going to make you feel good, if I'm not ready to do it, it just won't happen, because I'll be in the middle of doing a push-up and I'll literally think of ways I would rather be doing anything else. Do you get it? So for someone as emotional as me to hear something like that, cool, this could probably be me and my information overload as usual. But obviously I had to get into the whole human design thing, and I found out the type of human I am, and I'm like a generator of some kind. That basically means I run off feelings. So when you're telling me that I've got a chronic low mood, what am I supposed to do with that? Cool, but it's just like I have a certain level of numbness to life where it's kind of just like that I'm afraid of, because it's just like, why can't I feel deeply enough about something to move a bloody mountain? Yeah, I think I'm actually pulling that shit out of my ass. But I'm saying this to say, I guess I feel like I'm looking for someone to blame. Even if it's myself. Like, I'm pretty sure it's me that is the issue. But I feel like I'm having information overload. I feel like I know too much, which is making it impossible for me to do anything. So I believe it's spiritual warfare in a way, because there's just so many options and ways of life and things that you can do that kind of just like, guys, I'm uncomfortable in my own skin right now in a way that's like, I don't know who the fuck I am and what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, guys, I'm definitely going through like information overload. Like, I can see the frustration. I can genuinely see the frustration in me. I'm ending the video here because any more would just stress me out. I hope you guys like this video, okay? Mwah. See you next time.